Hi students. In last classes we have discussed about heat, which is related to physics. In this class we are going to discuss about the topic which is related to chemistry, and this video is for class 10 students. Today we are going to see the introduction for acids, bases and salts. You already learned about acids and bases in your 7th class, and additionally you are going to learn about salts in this 10th class. Without doing any further delay, let's get into it. In our daily life, we use a lot of materials. In our daily life, we will be using lots of materials. Even our food has lots of varieties. So the foods which we eat daily will be having lots of varieties in that. Different items also have different taste. If you take chapati, it will be having different taste. So if you take idli, it will be having different taste. If you take biryani, it will be having different taste. If you take puri, it will be having different taste. So different items will be having different taste. In preparing and storing food, we take lots of care. For preparing food and for storing food, we will be taking lots of care. In this chapter, we would try to understand the reasons for some of them. Let us first think over the following questions which is related to what we eat. What kind of tastes do food substances have? So, what are the tastes or food substance will be having? Fruits. If you take fruits, how it will be? It will be different tastes. If you take vegetables, it will be having different tastes. If you take other food substances, it will be having different taste. So for different food items, there will be different tastes. Different tastes. In different tastes, we have sweet. In different tastes, we have sour. In different tastes, we have bitter. In different tastes, we have salty. In different tastes, we have spicy. Do some substances change their taste when cooked? So, if you observe the substances of food that will be changing their taste when cooked, let's see. Yes, some in fact mainly substances that changes taste when cooked. So some main substances that will be changing its taste when they are cooked. Do substances change their taste when added to some other substances? Let's see. Chemical changes that occurs when bonds are broken. So the bonds of that substance, when they are broken or formed between molecules or atoms. This means that one substance with a certain set of properties such as melting point. So properties of one substance, one food substance is nothing but melting point, color, taste and etc. is turned into a different substance with different properties. So when this chemical change occurs, so here why I told chemical change means here one substance of food item is added to other substance. So here when two substances are joining with each other, chemical reaction takes place in between two substances. This thing you will be learning in chemical reactions and equations in your ninth class. So here chemical changes occur when bonds are broken or formed between molecules or atoms. This means that particular substance with a certain properties like melting point, color, taste, etc. that will be turned into different substance with different properties. Topics. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about some topics like indicators, acid, base, red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein, methyl orange, salts, neutralization, guard tube, hydronium ion, alkali, strong acid, strong base, universal indicators, pH scale, potents, antacids, tooth decay, family of salts, common salt, bleaching powder, baking soda, washing soda, hydrated salts, water of crystallization, and finally plaster of Paris. You will be observing these topics in this lesson. Acid. Let's learn what is acid. It is simply said the substance that taste sour are called acids. So the substance which taste sour are called acids. These acids produce H plus ions and it is acidic in nature. Bases. The substance that taste bitter are called base. The substance which taste bitter, those are known as base. These bases produce OH minus ions and it is basic in nature. Now let's see the fine definition for acids. Those substance which is in sour to taste and produces H plus ions when they are dissolved in water, then those are known as acids. So the substance which is in sour taste and if it produces H plus ions when they are dissolved in water, those are known as acids. Let's see the fine definition for bases. Those substance which is bitter to taste and produces OH minus ions when they are dissolved in water. The substance which is in bitter taste and produces OH minus ions when they are dissolved in water, those are known as bases. What is meant by indicators? Let's see the definition for indicators. Why these indicators are used, what is meant by indicators, let's discuss in detail. The substances which change color to indicate acid and base, those are known as indicators. So the substance which change its color to indicate the acid and base, those are known as indicators. So in 7th class we learnt about red litmus and blue litmus. For indicating, these are used for indicating acid and bases. In 10th class you will be learning two more things called methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Types of indicators. Let's see what are the types of indicators which we have. Universal indicator, litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. We have universal indicator, we have litmus, we have phenolphthalein and we have methyl orange. What is meant by red litmus? So let's learn what is meant by red litmus. It is nothing but the litmus is to test whether the solution is acidic or basic. The red litmus paper turns blue to indicate base. So if you observe, the red litmus paper is used for identifying the solution is acidic or basic. Basically, red litmus paper turns blue to indicate that solution is base. Like this. So if you observe here, this is red litmus paper. If this red litmus paper is dipped into basic solution, that will be changing its color into blue color. So if it is dipped into acidic solution, it won't change its color, it will be remain in its own color. When it is dipped in basic solution, then only it will change into blue and it indicates that solution is basic. What is meant by blue litmus? Let's learn what is meant by blue litmus. The litmus is to test whether the solution is acidic or basic. Generally, blue litmus paper that turns red to indicate acid. So, blue litmus is used for indicating acid when that solution is acidic or basic. So, if you observe here we have blue litmus paper, and if this blue litmus paper is dipped in acidic solution, it will be turning into red. Now I will tell a small word to remember these indications, how to identify acid and how to identify base. So if you observe here, you know the name called B.R. Ambedkar, right? Eliminate Ambedkar. Let's take these two letters. When blue litmus paper is dipped into acid, it will be turning into red. When red litmus paper is dipped into base, it will be turning into blue. So remember this small thing and it will be taking off all your confusions. Substance. We have acidic substance. An acidic substance is any substance with a pH of less than 7. Those are known as acidic substance. No need to worry, we will be learning about pH in our further classes. Basic substance. And basic substance is any substance which is having the pH value is more than 7, then it is known as basic substance. Neutral substance. Neutral substance is a substance that shows no acid or no base properties, has an equal number of hydrogens and does not change the color of litmus paper. Salts. We discussed about acids and also we discussed about base. Now let's discuss about salts. Salts are Ionic compounds. So salts are ionic compounds that results from the neutralization reaction of an acid and base. So these salts are ionic compounds that will be taking out when the neutralization reaction occurs between acid and base. Examples: NaCl, MgCl2, Na2SO4, BaCl2. Neutralization. Now we are going to discuss about neutralization reaction. Neutralization is a type of chemical reaction. So neutralization is a type of chemical reaction. In this reaction, where strong acid and strong base react with each other to form water and salt. There are many natural materials like litmus, extract of red cabbage, turmeric solution, and extract of colored petals of some flowers, which contains dimolecules, which are weak acids or bases. These can be used as acid-base indicators to detect the nature of the solution for acidity or basicity. In addition to the above natural acid-base indicators, there are some synthetic indicators such as methyl orange. We already discussed about methyl orange. It is one type of indicators, and phenolphthalein that can be used to test acids and bases. In our next video, we are going to discuss about olfactory indicators. So in our next video, we will be learning about olfactory indicators and activity 2. I hope everyone understood. Thank you.